Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are doing something a bit different. In the week I had off, I did think about what kind of content I could do that's just a bit more than just playing decks, and I thought, could I do a road to Mythic? Now normally when I play in the play queue, I don't play in ranked just because you get even more of the meta in ranked queue. And the meta has been obviously really bad recently, but I thought, can you get to Mythic, or how high can you get playing a budget deck? Now obviously there is no definition of what budget deck means, so I've put together what I've called a budget dimir deck. There are no Mythic rares, there are 10 regular rares, 4 Gloomlake Verges, which you can change out for one of the other many tap lands. And then we have 2 3 steps ahead and 4 consult for star charts. What I do find interesting is stock up 3 mana, look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest of the bottom of your library in any order. Sorcery is a uncommon, whereas consult for star charts, until you have 6 lands in play, is just worse than stock up, apart from the fact it can be done at instant speed. Yet it's rare, so I do find that a bit weird. And basically this deck is revolved around getting as many instant sorceries into the graveyard as possible, then casting incredibly cheap Tolarian Terrors and Eddymurk Crabs, and then smashing in, and just removing what our opponents has with Bit of Triumph, Shoot for Sheriff, bouncing things into the Floodmoor, and then counterspell, negate, and 3 steps ahead. So that is the deck. I've not played any matches yet. Technically you need a above 50% win rate to get into Mythic. It will take you a long time. Obviously the lower win rate you have, or the lower win rate over 50% you have. So I've no idea how well this deck's going to do, but I'm going to show every video. Obviously it won't all be done in one video, but we'll be doing it over the following weeks. At the moment I've not played a single game this season in ranked, so we are bottom of bronze tier, and see season ends in 15 days, so 2 weeks. How high can we get in 2 weeks? So join me on this journey. Please leave a like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below if there's something you would like to see more of. I'll give a shout out to my patrons. They are Arcadius, Mihal, Thomas and Adrian. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you everyone else for your support, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. Our opponent goes first. Well, we have a slowish hand, but I think we can give it a go. Life gain. So nothing in hand actually helps us with this. Wow, all the lands. Wow, this is a bit ridiculous. There's another pride, mate. I think we're probably just too far behind already. Well, we can stock up again. We'll get a bit of Triumph and just consult for star charts. And we can into the Floodmoor something. There's another Essence Channeler. Let's bounce the Channeler. Do you have something? But we are just dead. We drew far too many lands there. Wow. Okay. We go from drawing all the lands last game to one land. We're up against mono black. What do they have? Well, let's pay 3 life, get rid of you, and pitch into the Floodmoor. I think they have a protection spell. Or not. I imagine they take stock up. Or not. Oh, we do stock up. We'll take a terror. And we just take 2 terrors. Alright, well, let's play out a Tolarian Terror. It does have ward 2, so it's going to be hard for them to remove. And then I think we just keep up Eddymurk Crab. And or negate. Well, let's get in for 5. Let's get down another Tolarian Terror. If I land cover up, I'll be quite annoyed. There's a chance we can get a counterspell with Opt. Are they doing... the Bloodletter of Akazots combo? They're down to 2. And yeah, we can shoot the Sheriff, but it doesn't matter. We have 2 5/5s attacking. They have a 2/4 on defense. Oh, we go first. Turn 1 Opt. Do you have a Duress? We don't need more lands. But we find more lands. You have a choice of 2, which are fundamentally very similar. Let's take out their Deep Cavern Bat. Oh, let's just stock up. We'll take a Tolarian Terror and just another stock up, I think. There's a slasher. Well, I think we stock up and we hopefully find it into the Vladimir. And we'll take another Tolarian Terror. We did find it into the Vladimir. Do they have the Bloodletter? Goodbye to another creature. Good old intimidation tactics. You just looked in our hand. Well, Op's essentially free because it's going to reduce the cost of our terrors. And we can even hold up in a gate. But I imagine they just replay the slasher. Yep. Well, we will consult with star charts. We'll take another consult with star charts. And I think and into the Floodmore. And we will bounce your slash up. As far as I know, there's nothing. Well, they only have 2 mana. They can't pay Wall 2 anyway. They could have nowhere to run, obviously. Or a sacrifice effect. I mean, they have something. Yeah, it is a nowhere to run. So that does turn off our walled. Which is annoying. There's the Bloodletter. And there's a Floodmore. I can't imagine they block. Maybe they do. They do. They are down to 13. Should we do that? No, let's do it on their turn. If they have a removal spell, we can negate it. There was no stick, so we don't have anything at instant speed. So we get down the Eddymurk Crab, tap down their slasher, so we don't have any blockers, and we still have negate if they do have a removal spell. But there was no stick on their previous turn, so they clearly didn't have anything at instant speed. Our opponent goes first. Well, we have lots and lots of removal. Well, interaction. We can opt. Ooh, Rakdos. Don't think we need more lands for now. We'll play out a swamp. What are we up against? Well, unfortunately, that counts as an assassin, as a outlaw. But then we can 3 steps ahead it. I don't know why I'm playing green. Oh, another shoot for sheriff. We will negate you. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They ditch a land. Not something they probably want to... Well, you would assume they'd probably want to ditch a Valgavoth or a Vorborn Tyrant. No, I think we hold up the counterspell. We will counter that. We are running out of counter spells, but we can counter something and draw 2 and discard a card. Let's see if we can hit a land drop. No, but we can find that. That's not too bad. I think that waits for next turn. I pitch a mountain. I pitch a Wither and Torment. Take out a fear of missing out. Well, let's hope we find a land with this. We do, and another negate. There's another fear. There's another Withering Torment in the bin. Negate you. We will opt. Don't need that for now. we still have mana to 3 steps counter and draw and discard if we want to, and obviously a negate. It is not the most exciting game, I will give you that. Instant speed. So we do counter and draw. We'll discard a land. Well, let's do another stock up. I think we start getting down some win conditions. Hopefully they don't hit reanimation. They hit reanimation. Wow. At least we can tap them down. Well, we will attack in. There's the Valgavoth. Take another Consult and another Eddymurk Crab. Problem is, if I have another Zombify, or just reanimation spell, and they have a few of them. There wasn't a stick. Well, let's crab. Let's hit in. They're down to 8. Let's stock up. And let's play out another Terror. And we'll hold up various things. How many more negates do we have? None. And we literally have no more counter spells. Probably should have done that before. this looks like removal. Well, we'll take another Consult and another Tolarian Terror. But that should be it. They're empty-handed. We bounce their Tyrant. We get in for 10. Yeah, our counter spells did a lot of work there. We go first. I think we play out the Sourwood Springs turn 1. Means we can't opt. But we can opt turn 2 if we don't need to negate. Probably life gain. Yes, very probably life gain. We'll take one. Well, I think we stock up. I think we take a bit of Triumph and a Consult. This is where not having a sweeper is going to be an issue, I think. But all sweepers are at rare. They're in. Oh, I think they're a flyer deck. All right, we'll just hold up interaction. Yeah, they're a flyer. Well, fair enough. We will negate that then. Let's take out a Ruin Lurker Bat so we don't get the scry. Alright. I would have liked to land. That's not the end of the world. What we'll do, bounce one, play out the Eddymurk Crab. Why do I keep on waiting for them to attack? Let's just bounce all of them. Obviously, they can play out one. We will shoot the Sheriff. They're attacking Hawk. Well, I think we'd get in. We'd probably just kick Consult. We've not seen any bird payoff yet. Now, I suppose it doesn't make much difference, does it? We'll pay 3. But we do get the tap down. They do get a scry though. Well, we can kick Consult and have 2 mana left up. I think we take 2 stock up, so I was hoping for another Eddymurk Crab. Tolarian Terror and Eddymurk Crab. They're down to 12. And if I remember to get down the Eddymurk Crab before they attack, we won't take any damage. It's annoying they've got 2 more blockers. Even more blockers. Well, let's stock up and see what we hit. Let's take the Crab and a Consult. We can tap down a couple of things. Yeah, I think we take it, shoot the Sheriff. Because it means we do take 1 less damage as well. And that should be game. And yeah, they know it as well. If not, we would have just cast the Eddymurk Crab, tapped down 2 of their blockers, and we would have had enough. Our opponent goes first. Well, we've got card draw, but not much else. Our 1 Pit of Offerings. Mono red. Right. Is that an opponent? No, it's any. So they're not going to have any non-creature spells. So Negate's not going to do a huge amount of work. So they are just lizards by the looks of it. I would like a removal spell, bit of Triumph, and we have 2 Eddymurk Crabs. So let's just take a Verge. And we'll discard the Pit of Offerings. I don't think they're going to be graveyard focused much. We're down to 13. Yeah, they get out all their geckos. We'll discard a card. We'll discard a negate. And let's bounce a gecko. But we're down to 4. That ain't great. Obviously we know they've got lightning strikes. We'll tap down lightning claws and we'll shoot the sheriff. Oh no! Fine, we tap down the gecko. We literally can't take down any of their creatures. Yeah. That's not enough. Yeah. Fortunately, they were just too quick. Our opponent goes first. Well, hopefully they have things we can negate. Doesn't look like they have a frenzied Bailoff as well. Well, we can remove something. I don't know what they want Instagram for, but we have all the negates, so we may as well. We can do this all day. Well, what else have you got? Is it an Ugin? It's not an Ugin yet. Let's draw 2 and discard. Get rid of a bit of triumph. Well, there is a land. Well, we don't necessarily need to destroy that now, so let's get a swamp and an opt. We have nothing they can destroy. Let's take out their Bahamut. Let's see what we hit with an opt. I don't think we need that for now. We don't mind taking 2. I reckon they have another Bahamut. Ooh, no. Well, we will stock up. I'm going to take the pit in case they don't seem to have an Una, but you never know. Do you have another endstone? Just a Lana White Elves. They do draw 2. And we will get down the Eddymurk Crab. Well, let us get down the Pit of Offerings and we'll get rid of their Bahamut, Endstone and Archive. We'll get down a Terror. And we can negate. More ramp. If we don't need to negate, we'll just consult the star charts. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. I mean, they're going to draw. So hope they don't draw into many more Ugins. That's fine. We get a crab and a stock up. Let's tap down to their Lana White Elves. We'll get in. Let's stock up. 3 steps and an Eddymurk Crab. And I believe... Really? Yeah, there we go. Because what we can do, copy out Eddymurk Crab, even though that's more expensive than just playing out our Eddymurk Crab. Tap down their 2 defenders, and our opponent scoops. We go first. Got an alright hand, would like a non-tap land. Pit of Offerings, but maybe we find something with our opt. We can opt again, or Bid a Triumph, or Shoot for Sheriff. If we're up against lizards, Shoot for Sheriff doesn't do a lot. Agatha Soul Cauldron. problem is that obviously Eternities is not instant speed. No land. Urgh. Let's take Crab, and let's take an. We could bounce their Agatha Soul Cauldron once they exile Vivi. I mean, we don't have any. Well, we do actually have graveyard synergy with Eddymurk Crab and Tolarian Terror. There's another Soul Cauldron. Oh, there's a crab. Well, let's Pit of Offerings. We'll just take the Soul Cauldron. Yeah, I think we hold up 3 steps ahead. Well, we'll take 2. I'd rather kill that. Oh, yeah, it's a pirate. So we've got a bit of Triumph. We'll pay 3, take out the Mako. And there's another into the Floodmoor. I think if they land into Riddler, well, it's a tap land. I say we would have 3 steps aheaded it. That's fine for now. I pitch another Quantum Riddler. Well, in that case, let's Fear of Missing Out. I don't think we can afford not to hold up into the Floodmoor. Us not drawing lands for a while has been kind of irritating. Now, obviously, it's in their graveyard. We will counter that and draw 2 and discard 2. Let's put back 1 into the Floodmoor. There is a stock up. Well, let's get down a Tolarian Terror. And then let's stock up. Let's get an island and a crab. There's a fear of missing out. Now they have a VV in their graveyard. They have one there as well. All right. You have cycling. We needed more lands. Not more lands, more removal. Because we may just be screwed. Right, this is Floodmore. They might have a counter spell. Oh, they're still going to put a counter on it. That's annoying. We can double crab. I don't think they've got another VV down there. No. They've not activated VV yet either, so they still have plenty of mana. It doesn't give them triggered abilities, just activated ones. But I'm worried about how many cards I have in hand. There's an Abrade. You and you. They have 4 mana. That is enough for Etherize. Down to 5, down to 4. Can they kill us? We'll get down a couple of Tolarian Terrors and hold up our last Eddymurk Crab to tap down their fear of missing out and VV. But if they have basically enough ping, that's annoying. Where does the counter go? They only have one, well, I suppose one colourless and the VV mana. Yeah. If I can get a blocker out of the way, then we're dead. There's another VV. Thing is, I think we're just dead anyway. Why? They tapped their Tersa for their winter night stories. I didn't see that. That was bonkers. You telling me in those hands you didn't have a non-creature card you could play? So if you get us down to 3, you attack in with your 1/1, your 2/2, and your 3/3. We blocked a 3/3, and we only have one blocker. That was a stupid call. Plus, you're probably going to get something back from the graveyard you might be able to play. That was insane. We go first. Well, with lots of consult for star charts. But not much else. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Well, mono red. This hand is not great against mono red. I think we just consult. Could do with some removal. So we will stock up. We'll take an Into the Floodmoor and another stock up. Next turn we stock up and then Floodmoor. Take a Shoot for Sheriff and an Eddymurk Crab. Let's chuck a negate. We can bounce something. There's a second show off. We'll bounce the challenger. We're down to 7, which is not a good number. Well, let us. Oh, we want to. Let us shoot the sheriff a show off. This means we can get down the Terror for 1 and we can flash in the Crab. We'll get it down now. Tap down the higher claw and the show off. I think we copy the Crab. But I'm still not happy about our life total. I think we tap down both high claws because if they attack, they're doing 2. But I think they've got a lightning strike. Otherwise, why didn't they cast their challenger? Or burst lightning or something. So we're down to 4. There's another Crab. There's another Crab. I think we take the land and a Floodmore. I think we're just dead. Yeah, we are. We go first, well, with a lot of card draw. What are we up against? Orzhov, so it could be Sephiroth. I suppose it's better than nothing on turn 2. Well, let's get down the tap land then. Next turn we can stock up. Could do a stock drawing lands now. Yeah, it's Sephiroth. We need to shoot the sheriff. You're not an outlaw, are you? No. And I think we get a Tolarian Terror. There's a Budrich. Well, Soulguard Lantern is going to be good against the graveyard. We take an Into the Floodmoor, and I think we'll take 2 Into the Floodmoors. Oh, we may as well play out the Soul Guard Lantern then. If they do get stuff in the graveyard for Raise the Pass, obviously we can exile their graveyard. I'm going to take 4. Right, okay. They are going full on drain. I have 1 mana left over. Are you doing anything with it? There's another terror. I think we just pass for now. Let's see what they do. We're going to follow more you. And let's into the Floodmore you. We'll take 2. We're going to get drained for 2. Well, let us terror and then terror, and we can consult the star chart. I'm concerned about how much we're going to be getting drained by. Yeah, he's a problem. We'll take a Eddymurk Crab, and I think another consult. And there's a negate. So let us attack in. And we can flash in the crab on their turn. They do get a surveil. Do they have a Raise the Past? They do have the Voidborn. Tap down you two. Let's counter that. Oh, there's another consult. Well, since we have two of them, let's take an Eddymurk Crab and an island. And let's attack in for 15. They're down to 4. We have another crab, so we can tap down their attackers. Which we do. Do you have another corrupted conviction? Yep. We are down to 5. Come on, raise the past. I mean, you knew it was coming. How did you not know it was coming? Hello Magic fans and welcome back to a very quick wrap up. So I wanted to use the MTG Assistant, which is a piece of software. It tracks all your games, but for some reason I only tracked 3 out of I think 10 games I played. And across those 10 games, I think I won 7. I've put all the games in the video, so someone can let me know if I've counted wrong. But I use 70% win rates, pretty good. Obviously at the lower end of the ladder at the moment, only in bronze. I did want to play some more games before releasing this video, but due to an ongoing sickness, I've not been up to it. So I've added a couple of cards into the deck tech, and they are Soul Guide Lantern and Pit of Offerings, just for basically graveyard decks, mainly VV. In an ideal world, you would play Ghost Vacuum, but Ghost Vacuum is rare, and I wanted to keep, obviously, the rare count to 10 or under. So we're playing 1 copy of Soul Guide Lantern, and the amount of card draw and card selection we have with Stock Up and Consult for Star Charts, we do find it reasonably often. And then, yeah, Pit of Offerings, if they get VV into their graveyard, and they're not going to exile it straight away, or an animation target, we can play the Pit of Offerings to exile 3 cards while we're trying to find the Soul Guide Lantern. So they're the changes I've made. Other changes I might make in the future: 1, Deep Cavern Bat. It's an uncommon, so it would fit, and obviously it's a very powerful card. However, it's not a instant or sorcery, so it wouldn't reduce the cost of Tolarian Terrors and Eddymurk Crab. And the other one I was thinking of is Summon Leviathan from Final Fantasy. Unfortunately, you can't search for Summon Leviathan because it thinks Summon, because there's a colon between them, it thinks Summon is a search command. Do I not have Summon? Why have I just spelled Leviathan wrong? Oh yes, I suppose. So Summon Leviathan, but it's a rare, but it does act as a bounce for all Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, Serpent, and obviously the Tolarian Terror is a Serpent. The other ones I was thinking of is Etherize, which is an uncommon, or River's Rebuke, which is a rare, so probably Etherize, just because obviously the deck does suffer against quick aggro, because it takes us a while to get going, and even though we have quite a bit of removal and counter spells and bounce, sometimes we can just get overwhelmed. But I might have a look at those for next time. But at a 7% win rate, we're doing pretty well. And it is a good win rate to get up the ladder, but it's not a fast deck, so you're not going to get up the ladder quickly. So we'll carry on seeing if I can get to Mythic, or how close I can get to Mythic with, I think, 13 days left in the season. So look forward to another video next week. And I hope you'll enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.